Welcome to today's special edition of Orangetheory Goes Red in collaboration with the American Heart Association. Today's workout is all about upper body strength, which is super important for activities of daily living and maintaining proper posture and alignment. Let's get our bodies warmed up with this 5-minute long dynamic warm-up. All 5 exercises, 1 minute apiece. First one is a hip hinge T-spine rotation. So hinging at our hips, maintaining a nice and flat back, raising one arm up towards the sky, lowering down, alternating for 1 minute. Going right into a 5-point squat. In our standing step position, we're hinging at our hips, reaching down towards our toes, going down heavy on our heels in a squat, raising one arm, raising the other, and standing up. Option, bend the knees as you hinge your hips. Next up, toy soldiers. In your standing set position, arms are extended, raising one leg up, slow and controlled, lowering down, keeping your chest nice and proud. Next up, standing star reach. Bringing your feet out a little bit wider than hip width apart, hand towards opposite toe, resetting at the top and switching sides. Last but not least, let's elevate that heart rate. Knee to elbow, hands behind the ears, driving your knee towards your opposite elbow. Let's get our bodies prepared for exercise.
Fire. furnace. We are. Too hot to take a hold, just like the firecrackers. We are firecrackers. We are fire. We are firecrackers. We are fire.
Welcome to block 1. We're going to build that upper body here designed to help you move efficiently in everyday life. We have 5 exercises, 3 rounds for the first 3, 10 reps total. Let's go ahead and start with that seated lateral raise. We're going to grab onto 2 medium-sized objects here. Just bring those arms up at the same time, nice and controlled. As an option, lower the weight on those objects. From there, we'll go right into an incline push-up. So we'll hold on to an elevated surface here. We're going to bring that body down, nice and controlled, keeping those elbows tucked in. As an option, limit that range of motion or hold on to a higher surface to make it just a bit easier. We'll go right into a hip hinge, reverse grip, low row. Palms are going to be facing away from the body here, hinging at the hip. Bring those elbows up and down, nice and controlled here, making sure you're squeezing that core at all times. As an option, just lower the weight on those dumbbells. From there, last 2 exercises, you're going to repeat these last 2 until time is called. We're going to start with an incline plank jack. So we're going to jump those feet out at the same time. Make sure we're squeezing, pushing that belly button towards our spine. As an option, tap 1 foot at a time. And lastly, seated knee tucks. We're going to sit on the edge of that chair, both legs coming up at the same time, bringing those knees towards your chest. As an option, we'll get 1 leg up at a time. All right, you have 8 minutes. Let's go ahead and get right into it.
We said before, call at my window, not the door. We don't really wanna wake the street. You said you'd take care of me. I said let's go carefully. I don't wanna end up in a heap. Then we met with friends of ours, thankfully for just an hour. Then we headed on down the beach. Sun was just about to set, and in my head a silly bet that we'd get to morning without sleep. Like the 4th of July, stars lighting my eyes like a sun. You're directing
Welcome to block 2, 5 minutes total. Cardiorespiratory fitness is the single best predictor for longevity. Remember, 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise increases that heart rate and is super important. We're about to get into that right now. Felix, you ready? All right, we're gonna start with that sumo squat with alternating punch. You're gonna stay low in that squat, feet nice and wide, and we're punching. We're moving fast. From there, we'll go into a tap squat to jump squat. So we're gonna take just a simple seat on that chair, just barely tapping it, exploding up through those heels as an option. Instead of jumping, just come up on that calf raise. And lastly, right into that incline running man. High plank position here, holding on to the edge of that elevated surface, moving those legs nice and fast as an option. Just bring those legs towards your chest at a march pace. All right, you guys ready? Let's go ahead and take off in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
welcome back. So this block is a push-pull block, which means you're working both sides of your body in order to prevent injury. It's an 8-minute block. Everything is 10 reps. The first 3 exercises happen 3 rounds, and the last 2 you're going to repeat until time is called. Javier, are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, team, we've got a hollow hold chest press. So Javier is going to grab his dumbbells or bottles. Feet are going to come off the ground, elevated. He's pressing through the chest, locking out through those arms. The option is to lower those feet to the ground and still press through the chest. The follow-up exercise is going to be a hip bridge pullover. So he's going to raise his glutes, really pulling one object overhead and then releasing back up to the ceiling. Remember to keep those glutes engaged. Option is to lower your range of motion with that object. The follow-up exercise is going to be a back extension. So we're going to flip the body over onto the mat this time. You're going to lie flat, really pulling and lifting the chest out of the ground, squeezing the glutes nice and tight, really getting into your lower back and your glutes as you do this exercise. Option is to limit your range of motion. And then the last 2 exercises, we're going to go incline pop jack. So this time you're going to need a chair. You're going to place both hands onto the chair, jumping the feet back and forward. Your option here is to step up and step back. Make sure you engage your glutes and also engage through your shoulders. The last exercise is a seated torso rotation. So guess what? We're going to get back onto that mat. You're going to be lying at an inclined position. Your knees are up, chest is nice and tall, rotating through the core. Keep everything nice and tight through your core. Your option here is to release and take away your object, still doing that same torso rotation. You're going to repeat these last 2 until time is called. In 3, 2, 1, let's get to it.
eventually die. Yes, I swear that it'll rise with or without you. Resist but the lack of mine. Today, boys, I don't think I will keep quiet, 'cause I will be fine with or without you. I can feel it burning through like fire. Yeah, I can feel it burning through like fire.
Congratulations, team. You've made it to one of the best blocks of the day, and that is flexibility. The goal is really to decrease your heart rate so that you can go back to normal life. And remember, you can use these exercises throughout your everyday life at any time. We're going to do 20 seconds apiece, 4 minutes. The first exercise is going to be your standing lateral stretch. So you're going to really get a neutral spine, grab a chair, and press back through the hips, opening up and lengthening out those shoulders. The next one is going to be a seated scalene stretch. So you're going to go into seated position on the chair, taking one arm and pulling your head over, releasing the tension on one side of the neck, and then you will switch and do the same thing on the other side. The next one is going to be a reverse shoulder stretch. So you're going to grab the back of the chair and really open up the shoulders, press through the chest, and release the tension throughout your chest. After that, there's a figure 4 spinal twist. So gentle pressure on the knee, and then you're going to twist to the same direction of that knee and get a spinal twist. So this is a figure 4 spinal twist. Once again, you can use these exercises throughout your day, and it helps to decrease your heart rate. Congratulations on making it to the end.
With my name, ain't no way that you can fit me in a frame, 'cause I wanna make waves, I wanna make change, no time to play safe, don't wanna be comfortable, make waves, I wanna make change, no time to play safe, I don't wanna be I don't wanna be comfortable. I don't wanna be I don't wanna be Morning, does it give you clarity? Warning, that when you wake up, no sleep, no time, no patience from nobody. Boarding, feeling something like a plane ride, when forces try hard to take my mind, saying to me, honestly, don't try. If you fail, well, I'll be watching. What if I'm the first to disagree? Hook, jab, gonna cut my way through. Hook, jab, now it's round 2, now it's round 2. Empty my cup, but it's never enough. So I got my dukes, I got my hook, jab, gonna cut my way through. Hook, jab, now it's round 2. pacing back and forth, back and forth. Got no one in my corner, and I gotta work it out. Feeling forces trying to dim my light. Teeth clenched, knuckles all white, all white, all white. Life got me punch drunk on the ropes, suffering blow by blow, fighting toe to toe. Placing bets, but